I just want to dance. What's that over there? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Wait, is it a plane? No, it's Alex and Jacob, and they're about to start. They're about to start loading screen.
Oh no, we're coming in hot.
Loading screen is brought to you by Mike and Ike. Welcome to loading screen, where we know exactly what we're doing.
Your taste sucks. That movie was bad.
Like
anyway. Five. There you go. Yeah, we're back.
You might have to refer to me as Captain, Alex.
Woo!
Oh, hold on. I gotta slowly fade.
Oh. You on it?
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Good morning, friends and fam.
It's your favorite.
I can
stream to
definitely
watch
confirm
while
that
alone.
my family does not watch this. But hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is episode 22 of Loading Screen, presented by...
2, you mean 72?
72, presented by...
Mike and Zip Chair!
What is
The
up?
most comfortable chairs and tastiest candy on the market.
And the lumbar support pillow is unparalleled. Just end of story. The lumbar support pillow, unparalleled. I still want a coffee-flavored Mike and Ike. Think they would do that for me?
A coffee flavored Mike and Ike?
Yeah.
Which Mike and Ike flavor would you want?
A coffee-flavored one?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, Mike and Ike's that I can eat in the morning and not... Like,
Are you saying a coffee flavored Mike and Ike or Mike and Ike flavored coffee?
No. A coffee-flavored Mike and Ike.
Chum just goes, great episode, guys. I'm hopping out.
Chumbucket, you're not allowed to leave. See, as soon as you guys enter into the chamber of loading screen, well, we might not hold you hostage. We might hold the door for you, but you're not allowed to leave. So you're here to stay.
Is it a super sweet coffee or is it super bitter Mike and Ike?
No, it's a coffee-flavored Mike and Ike. Like vanilla, French vanilla Mike and Ike. Oh, yummy. Anyway, hi guys. Hi guys. We have a lot of things. We have a lot of things that we want to talk about today. Things all over the map. So last episode we talked about we talked about the new zombies mode, the new zombies map that came out. CDL, we were talking about the CDL and the ranked playlist that just released yesterday. Jacob and I dove into one of our pre-rank games, as well as a big story. You thought CDPR was already, like, you know, in the big news. Well, now they're being held hostage pretty much. We got a few other things that we want to jump into, including Valheim and MLB The Show 21. Breaking down some walls there, baby. So here we go. Jacob, we're going to start off. I'm going to start off with your clip. Okay? I'm going to start off with your clip. Unless you want me to wait and you want to explain it.
No. This is just my first impressions of the new zombie map. I just have a little clip to show you guys of my thoughts on the game.
All right,
So I just want to show you guys real quick.
All
Just
right,
a little quick
here we
clip.
go. Here we go. Hold on. Boom, shwam, bam. Gaming news. Sound effects
Gaming
per
news.
scrowl. Okay, all right. Now let's go into the video, shall we?
I'm still on the side of the map where
Oh, where
Trying to find
we're
it.
like launched from the jump pad?
yeah.
Holy!
We got him. Yes, thank you.
Holy shit. I never want to see that cutscene again in my life.
Wait, so you literally just got grabbed, like,
I just got grappled. I
You-
just got taken away.
huh? That
So,
was that a new enemy in the map?
Yeah, so the new enemy's a mimic, all right, and they just they just walk towards you at a fast pace.
Okay.
They just walk towards you at a fast pace. So the guy grabs me. You can hear my brother laughing because the guy immediately dies, but I don't know what would have happened if he had me longer. it just scared me. It really caught me off guard.
So
The new Zombies map is sweet, though. There's so many cool Easter eggs. The story is really cool. I saw something, though, in it that was making me, like... Right before we started, I was watching a bit of it because I haven't completed it yet.
Okay.
So I was just watching. If you go to, like, 2 minutes in, that's the thing I kept saying, like, ew!
Okay, 2 minutes in. Yeah, so if you guys watch my tweet, the video that I tied to my tweet, I was laughing at the beginning of it. It's because of... Wait, this is 2 minutes in, though. What's happening on screen right now? Oh, ads. No wonder you were so disgusted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And
Duh.
laptops,
Ew,
there we
gaming
go.
laptops. Okay, well, okay, here we go. So, talk to me overall about the map. Do you like it better than the first one? Oh no.
I like it more so far. It's harder to get used to, but it reminds me a lot of like Ascension a little bit.
Okay.
So the plot of this one is the guy behind the glass there. He's the main guy that you need to talk to, and he basically says like, "Hey, I got bit by a zombie. I'll watch you through the security cameras, but you're gonna need to get this stuff done." So as you're going through, you find this other guy, Peck, who he's like an evil doctor, and you can't tell which one to trust. I won't spoil which one you're supposed to trust, but then he tells you you have to go grab a body part.
Oh! For those of you guys listening in the podcast, we just took an eyeball out of a zombie's head with a knife.
So the reason you do that is you need like a... You needed it to...
Let that marinate for a little bit. Oh.
God, I'm like...
Oh, and now it's
from
being
it.
scanned. Great, this is fantastic.
Yeah, you needed it for the scanner so you could get in here. I
Oh.
want to eat that crisp, or at least it's not coffee mechanic.
Did they ever make eyeball designed gumballs like in the machines?
Yeah, they did for Halloween.
Oh.
So as you're going through the map too, Firebase, the whole premise of it is that this is like a retired military base in a way. So eventually too, like the zombies are gonna storm you, just like they would storm like a beach or anything like that. You have like artillery that you have to fire them off. The closest
that's
I
pretty
got,
cool.
I got to round 20. But
What's the last round in this game? In this
20.
map?
It's round
Uh-oh.
20, but they really amp up the difficulty the last round. The last round, you are just swarmed. Like,
What does he have?
absolutely swarmed.
Is that a ray gun? Oh, it looked like
That was one of the upgraded ones. So you
Okay.
keep coming back to him and giving him things. Once you give him a couple parts, he'll activate the Pack-a-Punch for you.
Oh.
So this guy, though, Peck, you find out, spoilers, that he sent one of the girls you were looking for far away. Like, he sent her to the ether. He just sent her away.
Rude.
So the other guy that you're talking to, that was his daughter that this guy sent away. So once he finds out, he gets really ticked off,
Okay.
admittedly. I mean, reasonably.
Does he
Overall-
expect to be safe in this little room that he's in right now?
Yeah, it's like a safe house. So his whole thing is like, oh, thank you so much for turning the power back on. I appreciate it because I was able to send all of my info over to the people I'm working for. He just taunted
okay.
you the whole time. And you're saying like, you jerk. Jerk.
So overall, Rich and I played. We never beat the first map just because, like I told you in the last episode, I haven't really played zombies all that much. We got to level 18 a few times. We got to like 16, 17, 18, and then eventually it was like, okay, I have to go like cook dinner. But we didn't beat it, other than you ghosting me and not answering me.
Yeah.
So,
that didn't happen.
so I'm excited to hopefully beat that maybe this weekend, and then we'll dive into this map. But it's good though.
Anytime you do, let me know. I want to let you know too. So on Super Bowl Sunday, okay, I went to order from Pizza Hut for wings and stuff.
Yeah.
And they accidentally charged me 5 times. So
Oh.
I ordered like 3 pizzas, like 20 wings for like the whole family.
Why does
They were
that
trying
type
to
of stuff
send me-
always happen to you?
I don't know. They charged me 5 times, so I would have been sent like 18 pizzas and like over 100 wings. So I called Pizza Hut, but I was in the middle of zombies, so I get my little sister over. I'm playing with my brother at the time, okay? And I'm like, Molly, you need to play while I do this. And she's just like, all right, sure, like whatever. She's being all ditzy. She's like half asleep. She's like, okay. She's playing. She doesn't even realize it's my brother. So she's like, so how do you guys know Cub?
Oh my
and
god.
My brother is like we just play every now and then. Because he was Mike.
She doesn't know her own brother's voice.
So he's like they end up losing and they're out of lobby and Max goes like, yeah, you should prestige for him too. That way you can grab all the ether crystals. And Molly prestiged me. She prestiged me. So I came back in. I'm like, don't worry, guys. The pizza's situated. The pizza is coming. And then I look and I'm like, Molly, why am I level 2? And she's like, I don't. What do you mean?
Oh,
level?
no.
Level? What do you mean?
Oh, no.
So I said, like, Max, what do you do? And he just starts laughing. She's like, I didn't think she'd do it.
Oh, no.
I didn't. And then Molly goes, Max, what do you mean? He's like, I thought she was kidding. She really didn't know it was me the entire time.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, well.
I wish I would have had it like recorded.
I think we need to sit your sister down and have a nice talk.
It was really funny. I just wish I had something on recording to hear the conversation that she just didn't know it was him. She had no idea the whole time.
That's nutty.
It was funny because she's running around with a shotgun, and Molly's a very, like, that's my sister's name. She's a very visceral gamer. And by that, I mean, like, when she's gaming, she's like, wow! Ah! Wow!
Well, see, my only experience like that is I had my younger brother when I was, like, 15. And my brother was 13 or 12 at the time. And I had unlocked and maxed out every single character in Dynasty Warriors 3. And your camera's frozen. Jacob, stop sleeping on the show, bro. Open your eyes.
It's not frozen. I'm moving in Google Hangouts. You can see me actively moving.
There you go. I had every character in Dynasty Warriors 3 maxed out, like literally every single one of them. And my brother deleted it off of my memory card on PlayStation 2.
Just deleted it all.
I was furious, to say the least. And then I got grounded because I was yelling at my brother. Yeah, that was. Oh yeah. So that was my experience. But moving on, we've got a lot to cover today. So moving on. So Jacob, you like the new map better than the first one?
Yeah, I'm not. It's a lot harder. It's a lot more intricate. I think I'm gonna like it down the way.
Yeah. Cool. All right, moving on. CDL 2021. I know not everybody's a big fan of Call of Duty anymore. However, since we're speaking of Call of Duty, they just announced League Play, or they just released League Play yesterday, and they announced CDL 2021. So here we go. We're going to take a maybe a minute to 2 minute. I don't know if we're going to watch this whole video unless it's like super engaging, but let's dive into it and go from there. Here we go.
Cool.
The 2020 CDL season was a hell of a way to kick things off. But the 2021 season is set to prove what's old is new again. We go in our time machine, taking a step out of Modern Warfare and stepping into 1984 and the Cold War. Here's a look at everything that's new in CDL in 2021. With a new year comes a new title. Black Ops Cold War is sure to deliver old school action and brand new badassery. The League will be switching from console to PC, replacing Domination with Control as the third game mode, and switching the League format so that every team will be at every event. But the biggest change of all might be going back in time yet again. The CDL is switching from 5 starters to 4v4, promising cleaner action, more space for miraculous plays, and oh so much more. With the shrunk rosters, Rostermania was sure to be wild, and it did not disappoint. Our 2020 champs, the Dallas Empire, bid farewell to their veteran leader Clayster, now on the New York Subliners, who, in turn, said goodbye to the duo of Attach and Accuracy. FaZe added fan favorite Arcity to rejoin the Tiny Terrors. Rocker and Legion went full sail and changed 100% of their roster, while the Surge and Guerrillas, looking to reverse their fortunes, kept only one player from last year's squad. And that's just a small taste of the new faces in new places. Chicago welcomed back an old pal in Dashi. Speaking of old friends, Scump and the boys are back to sitting atop the green wall as Chicago completed their rebrand, taking back the Optic name. Whilst last year's Optic LA saw Nadeshot come back into the fold, bringing the Thieves brand back to competitive COD. So, There is a new game, new players, new teams, new memes, new game modes, new PCs, and so much more to get excited about. 2021 has looked to the history books to usher in a new badass era, and we can't wait to get it started.
That's pretty hype.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. That gets me
Pretty
really excited.
I can't wait for all the smack talk to come back. That's my favorite part about the Call of Duty League is they're not afraid to just go at each other's throats.
So we saw our boy Priesta. We interviewed Priesta. A few months ago for our show on NBC, FTW Philly, which you can catch all those episodes on YouTube right now, unless you're in market. But we interviewed. We sat down with him. Really cool dude. But he made a cameo in this video. But I'm excited because, you know, while immediately I was turned off by the decrease in team size from 5 to 4, you know, it makes more sense because there's more, you know, there's less times where you're being flanked from behind. It leaves for more room on the map. I don't know. I think it's a good move. What are your thoughts on it overall, Jacob?
Well, yeah, I agree with you. So Base Nasty saying what frustrated him was the organization of the VODs on YouTube before was kind of bad, and it became very oversaturated.
I can 100% agree with that.
Apparently, this year it's supposed to be a lot more organized. The clips are supposed to be a lot better, and they have a lot more remote editors. So hopefully, everything that we're getting is going to be a lot more condensed and focused on the funny and cool content of everything great that people are doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
it's neat. We tried it the other day too, and I really did like the format better. Sometimes it's weird, like with 5v5, it can feel a little clustered. But with this, it felt a lot more like, hey, like if I give you a call out, you take the guy and 2 guys out, I know there's 2 people left that I can actually feasibly deal with. Whereas with 5, sometimes like you have someone on 3 different angles. Well, I mean, that's actually more of like you're positioning wrong, but. You know what I'm saying. I think it'll be fun.
There's 3 esports that I love watching. One of them is Halo 2 or 3. The next is Valorant. And then the next is Call of Duty. If you guys haven't watched Call of Duty, competitive, professional, watch it. Check it out. It's very, very, very entertaining. It's kind of like watching hockey. It's really weird because it's so fast. You know, like if I would compare Valorant to watching a sport, I would almost say.
What would you say, Alex? What sport would you compare Valorant to?
I would compare Valorant to, I don't know, because it's fast, right? It's fast. I don't want to say
soccer.
I was going to say soccer, but soccer's soccer is slower than hockey. Call of Duty is faster than Valorant. Right, so I don't know, but anyway, that's my initial thought. I'm really excited for this. The decrease in the rosters. It's really cool that they got some new teams. LA totally stole the LA Dodgers logo.
Mom, like I'm playing this cool new game with Valorant. It's kind of like lacrosse. Like it's really cool, Mom. I promise. It's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, hey, lacrosse might be a good one.
I just like the idea of trying to compare it to like a physical sport.
StarCraft is kind of like baseball.
That's
really slow with some big moments.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could compare anything to football because football is like there's like big plays and then there's like high adrenaline leading up to those plays. Yeah, I don't know. Valorant maybe?
I like the idea of trying to make a big comparison though to sports because there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
Yeah.
What's weird though that I wasn't a fan of, and I know you weren't a fan of either, was the elo system seems a little bit wonky.
So
it looks like there's just a lot of hidden numbers.
I heard there was like a bad elo system, or I heard there wasn't an elo system. Yesterday when I was playing it, it seemed like the league play is very convoluted. So Jacob and I played a little bit of league play, and you have to play 5 placement matches in order to determine where you're going to land in the league in the roster. Or in the ladder. And, you know, we only got through 1 game because we both had responsibilities that we had to do. And then it was just us 2, which we need to find a full group to play it in order to. I want to properly be ranked, and I don't want to be ranked unless we have a full group of people to play. But with that being said, I think the league play ranking system is very convoluted. Like, make it simple. Make it Halo 3, Halo 2. You win, you go up. You lose, you go down. You do well, you maybe go up a little bit more. You suck, you go down a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I mean, I still have yet to play more of this, but if it's based on if it's based solely on the Black Ops 4 league play, I don't know how much I'm gonna really like it. But with that being said, did you hear that they changed, what was it, Hardpoint? Was it Hardpoint to Control in CDL 2021? Which is interesting. I think they say it here. Hold on,
Black Ops Cold War is sure to deliver old school action and brand new badassery. The league will be switching from console to PC, replacing domination with Control as
console
the
to
third
PC.
game mode, and switching the league format. So
with Control.
domination with Control as the third.
Okay. Control.
I was gonna say, I thought we played Hardpoint yesterday.
Yeah. Control is that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. I like that they're changing it up though. I like that it's not staying stagnant. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so if you guys want any more information, just head on over to, I believe it's, let's see, where is it? What is it? It's just CallOfDutyLeague.com. You got all your teams, your schedules, your matches. February 11th, it looks like. February 11th is the first match, Thursday. So, yeah, this Thursday at 3 p.m. against LA Thieves and Minnesota Rocker. Check it out, guys. Call of Duty League is extremely fun to watch. Valorant's extremely fun to watch, but Call of Duty League's right there with it. I'm curious how they're gonna make it work with, you know, being remote. I mean, just as everybody else has been, right? Like they're making it work, but I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like it's just like a slew of other infrastructure problems, right? Like,
well, I think they're gonna probably end up doing something similar to how they did in the previous Call of Duty. Remember, like the 2v2 gunfights, how it would just throw you into a lobby like that?
Yeah.
Be able to do that and have some sort of, I know like whenever Jake did tournaments, he was required to stream.
Yeah.
So probably they have to forward it forward, that way they can get the camera angles, or just spectators.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. Like I said, I'm super excited for just the trash talk.
Yeah, I love it. They even included memes in that. But taking my sip of coffee. Ooh, that's good. So moving on to our next story. What's that?
Is Mike and I flavored?
No, stop. So our next story, our next story involves CDPR essentially being held hostage here. It like really just I don't like how this is playing out. So
hey, could you give me a quick rundown on what's going on with that?
So I found this honestly this morning. Basically somebody, I'll provide more information here, but let's read it. So, hello CDPR, you've been epically pwned. Real childish there. We have dumped full copies of source codes from your Perforce server for Cyberpunk 2077, Witcher 3, Gwent, and the unreleased version of Witcher 3. We have also dumped all of your documents relating to accounting, administration, legal, HR, investor relations, and more. Also, we have encrypted all of your servers, but we understand that you can most likely recover from backups. If we will not come to an agreement, then your source code will be sold or leaked online, and your documents will be sent to our contacts in gaming journalism. Your public image will go down the shitter even more, and people will know how shitty your company functions. Investors will lose trust in your company, and the stock will dive even lower. You think this person has a last-gen console? Because they're salty. You have 48 hours to contact us. Okay, that got juicy real quick.
Alex, what do you do? All right, you're the CEO. What's your next move?
So I'll tell you, they came out with a statement right after this saying, yesterday we discovered that we have become victim to a targeted cyber attack due to which some of our internal systems have been compromised. An unidentified actor gained unauthorized access to our internal network, collecting certain data belonging to CDPR Capital Group, and left a ransom note to the content of which we released to the public. Although some devices in our network have been encrypted, our backups remain intact. We have already secured our IT infrastructure and begun restoring the data. We will not give in to the demands nor negotiate with the actor, being aware that this may eventually lead to the release of compromised data. We are taking necessary steps to mitigate the consequences of such a release, in particular by approaching any parties that may be affected due to the breach. We are still investigating the incident. However, at this time, we can confirm that, to our best knowledge, the compromised systems did not contain any personal data of our players or users of our services. We have already approached the relevant authorities, including law enforcement and the president of the Personal Data Protection Office, as well as IT forensic specialists, and we will closely cooperate with them in order to fully investigate this incident. Bruh.
Jeez.
Come on. I guarantee you this is the type of person that was also making death threats, right? Like, come on.
This is just brutal.
It's just like, dude, at one point, like, come on. I mean, now, we didn't really... I'll be honest. I don't really understand the true motive behind this, other than trying to bring the company down, right? Like, I know there were reports of, like, you know, shitty working conditions and stuff like that, which seems to be common in the gaming industry upon release week and month, whatever. But, like, I mean, there's nothing I can say other than, like, come on. Like,
yeah, I mean,
this
regardless
sucks.
of,
These
like,
poor...
yeah. Game coming out, this is what was their expectation? Were they expecting us to be like, yeah, get them, go get them, yeah, you did it, release that source code?
Yeah, like, dude, I don't know what.
This is just gonna postpone the next Witcher game.
Well, not just that, but I hope they don't compromise data. But like, it's funny, and you know, part of me is also happy that they aren't, you know, negotiating. They're like, screw you, dude. We're not doing this. Like, who the hell do you think you are?
It's very like reminiscent of like, we don't negotiate with terrorists. We're not gonna respond.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's sad though. It really. I don't have much more to say other than just I hope everyone there is able to get through this. And I'm glad that no like personal data of the players was compromised. Like at least that was fine. Hopefully they don't go for that next. Mm-hmm. The whole situation is just crappy.
It really, it's a bummer, man. This type of stuff really, like, I get so epically pwned. Like, dude, shut up. Like, come on, man. You know,
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like, what was their expectation? Was this to get like street cred?
I hope the person that does this goes to jail. You know, they will.
I hope there's some repercussions.
They will.
To it.
This person will be found. It's just crazy, man. I don't know. I really don't know what else to say other than that. But just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. It looked like it was tweeted out 2:54 a.m. Eastern time.
This morning, right?
Yeah.
Or was it yesterday?
I think this morning. Yeah, this morning. But yeah, so like, you know, somebody got into Cyberpunk's data files and said, hey, we're going to dump all this we're going to dump all this private information. And CDPR is like, shut up. Like, they're going to deal with it. I hate, dude. Oh, I hate gamers like this, man. And whether it was a gamer or not, I don't know. But if it was, come on, grow up. Like, come on. And I joke because I'm like, yeah, this person's probably really salty about the release, and they probably have a last-gen console with terrible graphics. So, all right, moving on. Our next story, Jacob, do you ever play baseball games growing up?
Yeah, I did. I remember the baseball game on Study Island. I had the high score there for like 2 years. It was a sad day when I saw it. So there's like a school right behind me, right?
Yeah.
I remember like a couple years back when I was in high school and I didn't have Study Island anymore. I would still go on to check. I remember the day it happened, and it tells you the school district and like what school was. My school popped up, and I just sat there and I saw it was the username, because every school gives you, it was like Joe Maine at like 2018. Like that's the year he'll like get out. I was like, no, he took it. He took it from me.
So I like your monologues, kid. So what's great about this is I had an Xbox One and an Xbox words, because I can't think straight right now. I had an Xbox. I did not have a PS4. So there wasn't really any good baseball games available.
Okay. Sorry about that, Zeke. That's just the way MooBot works. I get banned every time I post a link to
Oh yeah,
it.
our MooBot guys.
We just forgot to turn that off today.
Blanket apology. Blanket apology. MooBot takes no prisoners. It just gets rid of you. We apologize ahead of time. MooBot is ruthless.
MooBot's ruthless. He's
Yeah.
ruthless.
Or moothless. Okay. But okay.
This is the first cross-platform.
So this is a big deal.
Right?
This is a big deal because and Rune is trying to start a fight with MooBot. So this is a big deal because Xbox never really had a baseball game, and now that I got a PS5, I'm like, sweet, like I'm in the PlayStation family now. I finally have a baseball game that I can play. And so I was watching this, and then one of our producers, talked to us yesterday about this. And said that MLB The Show is available on Xbox as well, which is awesome. Like the fact that Xbox now has a baseball game, but not only that, ladies and gents, not only that, this is one of the first, if not the first, sports game to be cross-platform, which is awesome. So Xbox can play with PlayStation, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I think this isn't even just a pioneer. This is just the way sports games should be. Which bugs me mostly is like one of the most popular titles, 2K, that's still not cross-platform yet.
Well, I don't understand why sports games aren't. I mean, other than money.
I'm not sure what the big issue with like being able to play that way, because I know you're saying like there's an issue with money, but I don't see a reason why they wouldn't want it to be cross-platform.
That's just a guess. I don't know, man.
People are just like limited. Like if I'm on a Switch and I want to play with someone on an Xbox, you should be able to. I don't see.
I think of all the games that are out there, these games should be cross-plat the most.
And I would assume it wouldn't. Obviously, I don't know the inner mechanisms of trying to create a cross-platform, especially across different types of land. I mean, I'm speaking out of my butt here. I don't really know exactly.
Gross.
But yeah, I mean, they have the funds. I think EA should definitely get on that. And it looks like they're on the right path with this one.
So I forget who. MLB The Show isn't EA, to my knowledge.
Oh, who is it?
To my knowledge, it is. I don't know. PlayStation Studios.
Oh, I don't know them.
Yeah, I know MLB The Show is specifically. It's specifically somebody else other than EA. At least I think. I'm also speaking out of my butt, but. What's cool is so not only is it cross-plat, which is awesome. I hope that all games are like this, all sports games are like this. Like Madden on Xbox should be able to play Madden on PlayStation. But unique situation here is so Xbox Series X and Xbox One can play together. Yeah, Xbox Series X and Xbox One can play together. PS5 and PS4 can play together. PS4 can't play with Xbox Series X, and Xbox One can't play with PS5. I forget what it.
Oh, okay, so it's separated by the networks. Like PlayStation players can play with PlayStation players, Xbox players can play with Xbox players. Is that correct?
The show. Hold on. MLB The Show cross-platform. I literally had this article up yesterday. PS4 and PS5 will cross-platform play on Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Well, just know that. Okay.
So PS5 can play with Xbox Series X, and PS5 can play with PS4. That's what Aaron is telling me in chat.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah.
That's our boy, Nike Beans. That's our boy.
That's our boy.
Play with Xbox.
There you go. So there you go. All right. That's pretty cool. I hope more sports games do this. I'm really excited. In fact, my girlfriend and I were sitting on the couch the other day, and she was like, "Are there any sports games on PlayStation? Because I would totally play that." I'm trying to get her to play games.
And I turned to her and said, "Oh my gosh, honey, wow,
wow." So that's that. Really excited. I'm probably going to pick it up. Maybe we'll get some sick deals, but it's really cool. So I think. Not only is it cross-platform, but it's also the first baseball game. It's the first time it's coming to Xbox, which is dope. Okay, yeah. Next we have, let's see, the new Viking game. The new Viking game, sorry, there is somebody in chat that I just need to get rid of. There's somebody. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just ban them. All right. Awesome. So with that being said, guys, sorry for a little detour there, but there's a new Viking game called Valheim. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but apparently the new marketing strategy of any game is find a streamer to stream it, and the game will sell itself, right? So the new Viking game Valheim is at the top of the charts on Steam. It's in early access, and people are absolutely loving it. Jacob, have you heard of this at all?
No.
So it's a survival open world RPG, but that's taking place in like Viking, but like so in like the Viking era. But what I found interesting about this is I was like, okay, open world survival crafting, like all right, whatever, like we get it. I've played a million of these games. They're usually not that. Excuse me, they're not that enticing to me just because I've played so many when I first got my PC, because like this is the PC type of game in my opinion, that I was like, okay, whatever. But apparently there's layers to this game that has people loving it, and it's not just survival, it's not just crafting, it's a great mix of everything, which right away to me has really grabbed my attention, and it's also grabbed the attention of many others. So big time streamers CoCarnage and Gathalion, I was scrolling through Twitter this morning and they both tweeted this. So CoCarnage says, I haven't had a game hit me like Valheim in a long time. So these are two of my favorite streamers to watch, CoCarnage and King Gathalion. King Gathalion was on Twitch. He's now on Facebook Gaming. But with that being said, these two guys are like the most they just love games. They just love them. They play them all. So I personally trust a review from these guys, and CoCarnage always does like review videos. Like he'll tell you the bitter truth if you need to hear it. But with that being said, CoCarnage said he was actually having trouble sleeping while thinking of all of the ways to build my main keep. And then Gathalion says Valheim is easily the best game I've played in a long while. Can't get over how many layers there are to this one. Jeez. So what's striking me about this is, normally survival open world games don't have layers. Jacob, what open world survival games have you played on PC? And
I played like Rust. Other than that, like I'm trying to think what I played. Trove. Mm-hmm. Those are the main two that I played. What's weird is like I'm getting Sea of Thief vibes.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, and I can't really pinpoint what.
Maybe the artwork.
It's good.
Maybe the artwork.
Mm-hmm. There was this shark game I played too. I think it was Raft.
Yeah. A lot of people really liked Raft.
Really cute, though.
So
I can definitely see like why people are getting so hype about it.
I think you, myself, Lame Abs, and maybe somebody else should play this game, and Jake. I don't know, whoever. Because here's the thing. What I like about this is for one, the art style is very playful. It's like a mix. There's like 8-bit elements with like a Sea of Thieves style.
Yeah.
To it.
Like cell shaded almost.
But apparently it's PvE, PvP, and they said that there's what strikes me as unique about this versus other.
This is Valheim.
Open world survival games is you have two big time streamers saying that there's layers to this. And like I said, I at face value, I was like, it's just another open world survival crafting game. But the fact that these two very trusted streamers for me have said that there's layers and everything to it really has me curious. Because like, okay, so it's not just a boring open world survival, you play it and you forget it. If it's layered, then I'm suddenly interested more. You know what I mean? Which streamers? CoCarnage and King Gathalion. So obviously there's boss fights and all that. I don't know. I want to pick it up. I think whoa, geez, almost spilled my OJ, almost spilled my orange juice. That would have been a travesty. But I'm
gonna pick this up and try it out. This looks neat.
I think it was. I looked it up. I think it was only like $20. I could be wrong. But for some reason, $20 is in my head right now. It is early access, so keep that in mind. But I think I want to pick it up and try and play it. 22 Canadian. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's right around there. $20 for US. But it looks awesome. I'm I'm all for open world survival games, especially, well, I used to be all for it. And I was going to just like check that box off, never dive into another one again because they're grindy. What's the point? Blah, blah, blah. But this one just seems, if there's layers to it, I want to see what those layers are. Cut open the onion, baby. Cut open the onion.
Cut open the onion.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
So what are your thoughts on this, Jacob, before we move on?
Pretty much the same that you're saying.
Oh, that's it. I'm
looks
sorry.
really neat.
Totally interrupting you because I'm very rude. It's procedurally generated as well. So your world is procedurally generated, which is awesome.
Ooh.
Which is awesome, dude. Let me pull up an article while we're doing this. Let me pull up an article because there was an article.
Oh, there's free 10-player servers. That's awesome.
Oh, there are?
Yeah, that's what Derbs just said. That's really cool.
So
this looks like a really cool game just to play with a bunch of people, like a big group.
So let me read this little chat to you guys. This article from PC Gamer. Okay. I'm 25 hours into Valheim when I finally What's that? I'm the info guru for you guys. Yeah, listen, yeah. Derbs, you want to be a producer? Let's go. But listen, so this guy played Valheim and he kind of put his thoughts or her thoughts. I don't know if who's the writer? Their thoughts, yeah. Christopher Livingston. So put their thoughts into this article here that says Valheim is making me love survival games again. Like I said, guys, there's a secret sauce here. I'm 25 hours into Valheim when I finally climb aboard my raft and cross the sea for the first time. It's a tense journey. As I slowly bob over the waves on my vulnerable little square of logs, the land gradually fades away behind me and all I can see is the ocean. Night falls and fog rolls in, leaving me to peer through the inky darkness of some sign of land that may not even be there. Oh boy. I've seen video of sea monsters. I know there are new biomes I'm not ready to face yet. I stupidly didn't pack much food. As I travel through the night, I completely regret leaving my cozy little fort behind. I finally reach another landmass and step off of my raft. Relieved to have survived the slow, uneventful, but completely harrowing journey, I slap together a tiny building and construct a portal which allows me to teleport back to my main base. Even though absolutely nothing happened on my voyage, I don't think I've ever felt such relief to return home. It's a tiny step I just took, extending myself across the ocean to establish a new base. But for a Viking who spends most of his time hunting deer, keeping bees, and farming carrots, it feels like a brave, bold leap.
This sounds like a journal page you find, but the house is empty.
This is great. Oh, okay. So cool. Going on, yeah, it does. So yeah, the Viking dialogue. So I used to play. So this person says I used to play.
I made it back safe.
Yeah, it was then.
Although the bees, I knew I needed honey, but at what cost would I go? What lengths?
All right, guys. So Jacob's going to prepare a monologue after him and I play this together. So this person goes on to say, I used to play a lot of survival, Minecraft, DayZ, Ark. So I played all these, Starbound, The Forest, Green Hell, Miscreated, and lots of others. But at some point, I just lost my passion for them. Most began to feel, this is like probably the most important thing because this goes what I was just saying earlier. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Derbs. But at some point, I just lost my passion for them. Most began to feel very similar, starting with nothing, pick up a rock, grab a stick, and you've got yourself a stone axe. Then just murder trees for the next 75 hours straight. Chopping down trees became one of my least favorite things to do, so much that I ranked tree chopping in survival games from worst to least worst. But here's Valheim.
I think I love chopping down trees.
Am
I a generic gamer?
You are alone, sir.
Do I have bad taste?
You are alone, sir. But here's Valheim, the co-op Viking survival game, and I'm loving it all again. Even though I'm still spending great gobs of time chopping down trees, it didn't happen immediately. As I wrote earlier this week, at first Valheim felt like a very standard survival experience, but the more I played it, the more I loved it. It does a lot of things right. So this is interesting. This is interesting.
It definitely looks like it's got a lot of charm.
I'm going to post this. Yo, let's see if Moobot bans me.
Moobot's going to ban you.
Moobot bans the account.
Moobot allowed it.
Moobot allowed it because I am Moobot's father.
You are the one.
I am Moobot's father. But anyway, guys, check it out because this is awesome. Somebody else says
watching it doesn't do it justice. I really think you have to give it a chance and play through it.
Yeah, and $20, why not, right? So last thing I'll say on this game is I don't know if it was this article, but somewhere I found it balances a harsh world. No, it was this article. It balances a harsh world with forgiving systems and slowly adds complexity. Plus, lo-fi graphics don't stop it from being beautiful. Really cool. Really cool. Excited. I want to. This is it for me. I want to try this. Yeah, I want to try this out, dude. It needs to be done.
Yeah, it looks neat.
So, last two gaming news stories, because we do have a little bit more we have to cover. 343, and I'll just touch on them real quickly. But 343 Industries, the developers of Halo Infinite, you guys know this, is working on a new Halo game to be in the Halo universe. So we're guessing, there's no like solid info out there right now, but I'm guessing it's going to be like a Halo Wars or
like a new ODST sort of deal.
I don't even think it's going to be like a main game like that. I think. Oh, you know what? Maybe.
Yeah, just like the premise of it.
That would be cool. Mm-hmm. There's another DLC idea for Infinite. Play as like a Spartan. an ODST. People on the other side of the ring, right?
I loved the ODST stories. I thought they were fun.
Yeah. Laymabs might be the only person that likes Locke, Spartan Locke. I like Buck.
You don't like Locke?
I don't like Locke. I think he's a goody. He's a goody two shoe.
What's wrong with a goody two shoe? He shows that there's real, true morale in men. He shows that there's goodness inside of all of us, Alex.
He also
just gonna diss him like
he
that?
also went against Master Chief, bro.
Yeah,
you go against Master Chief.
He was afraid of the repercussions of what would happen if he let Chief get his way. He had to at least try and stop him.
Bro, that's like, oh. If you like Locke, you might as well just go launch the rings yourself. Fire the rings.
No.
That's how hated you would be.
He was just saying, Chief, I don't know if that's the best idea right now. Like, you haven't really eaten lunch yet or dinner. And Chief's like, no, I must go. It is time.
I must go. I have a job to do.
He's like, no, just wait. Please, just hold on, mister. He says, small little Locke boy, hold on. I shall continue and you shall stay. A good guy versus AI booty. Zeke's got a point.
All right. So the next thing I want to show you guys is let's dive into some hardware news. Here we go. By the way, Battlefield 6, fully destructible cities. That's the fastest. That's the fastest game reporting you'll ever hear. Okay, here we go.
Hardware news.
Yeah. So Sony patent on a button attachment system, on a button attachment for the DualSense controllers. So you know how you these Elite controllers have like buttons on the back for Xbox, pop, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, with the new controllers that the DualSense controllers. Now I read this article a little bit more. And just like the post, and they didn't necessarily specify whether it would be DualSense or, I don't think they've specified whether it be DualSense or DualShock. Excuse me. However, with PS5 out, I'm assuming it's going to be some type of hardware for the DualSense controller, especially since it's in the picture here. But I'm expecting, this is pretty cool. This will be a cheaper option than buying like a SCUF controller for PlayStation. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a cool idea.
So
I'm glad that those are mainstream.
Yeah, so this has been patented. Will we see it soon? I don't know. When we're going to see it, I also don't know. But that's one of those stories. The next story that I want to dive into is Super Mario World. So, have you guys heard of Super Mario World? In I think it's Japan, right? Is it Japan? Mm-hmm. Jacob, have you seen any of these videos yet?
I saw the one with Miyamoto walking around going, "Hello, welcome to my park." Oh, I think this is the exact one. I think, unless this is updated with it being done.
So there's a few videos not leaking, but there's a few videos
it's the theme park
coming to surface of the theme park. And this one, what is this one? Yoshi's Adventure Full Ride. So this is pretty cool. Let's I mean, dude, this is awesome. I love this. I love this shit so much.
Because of COVID too, the lines are so short. This is awesome. This would be a dream right now.
Whoa.
That's so scary. I don't, wow.
Yeah, they do a good job with that virtual screen there.
Wow.
This is really cool. So, wait, is this a ride or is it just oh, here we go. Look at this. It looks awesome.
It looks so cool.
Look at this, dude. Oh my God, they did. You know what's really cool is they put those rolling hills behind it to like really immerse you. Like you can't see anything else other than the sky. This is just awesome, man. I would imagine they would build. Yeah, I think they plan on building one in Florida. I can't wait. We're gonna have to go here. But like, look at this, man. Tell me, does anybody else feel giddy when seeing this? I don't know why. I guess it's like going to Disney World and seeing all of your like the movies that you love come to life. But like, this just hits home, man. It's got this. It's got everything. What do you think, Jacob? Look at the coins.
Impressive. I think you can get a coin card when you go in, and you can collect coins. Like how at Disney you can find the hidden Mickeys. Here you can collect the coins.
Collect your red coins or blue coins, or red coins.
I can't remember what you get for the coins. I think it's like a plushie when you walk out, and it's like if you get, I think it's like if you get 40 coins, you can get Mario. If you get 50, you get Peach. If you get 100, you get Luigi. Stuff
That's
like
awesome. Here, let's increase the playback speed. And then loop it.
That just makes me giddy. It looks so neat.
It does. It looks so awesome. Oh my god, look at that. The texture, I mean, dude, the machines look so awesome.
They look really, really good.
Yeah. What's it gonna look like? Whoa, that was look, they even had like a wet looking tongue on that guy. Here's the cacti. Apparently these cacti were like a fan made thing that they included in the theme park. Imagine like a weathered Yoshi. Like 20 years from now, this thing is like his nose is like degrading. But this looks really cool. Look, there's the.
This looks awesome.
This is awesome, man.
The fruits from Yoshi's house. Wow.
Oh my goodness. They did such a good job with this. I'm sorry. I'm quiet right now because I'm just amazed at this right now. Like, this is awesome.
I know. I'm just immersed.
This is awesome. For those of you guys listening through the podcast, check this out. It's what's the video title called? Yoshi's Adventure Full Ride and Q Tour. God, this just looks amazing.
There's not much more I can say other than this is. I'm jealous that I can't go to it.
Yeah. They built it pretty quickly. I think it was like a year or two in development.
They got it up fast.
They did. So, there's that.
There's that.
Some other news, real quick. E3 2021 is going to be held online. Now, Jacob, have you ever been to E3?
No.
I remember Nerd Street was going to send a few of us there one year, and I was like, oh my god, that's like a dream come true. Unfortunately, I did not get to go, but E3 2021, obviously per COVID and all of the big events are being held online. E3 2021 is on borrowed time. I give it max 2 years. You know what? It is interesting you say that because people have been saying that E3 is just going to like phase out. I'll be honest with you. I agree because think about what the games did last summer for E3, right? Like every developer had their own conference. They probably saved a crap ton of money. You weren't really limited on times. You could do whatever you like. You could, if you wanted a 2-hour show, you could make a 2-hour show versus like a 1-hour window on live. You know what I mean? The only thing that I think might be different is like you're not getting that in-person experience where you have people coming to your booth, you're talking to them and letting them play demos and everything like that. Honestly, it's a cool experience for the public. However, a lot of people have been saying that E3 has become less of a public thing and more of like a publicity thing and media and all that stuff. So if that ends up being if that ends up following trend, I could see E3 being totally digital by 2022. You know?
Yeah. I do miss too, like, they'd always get such random people to go up and talk on stage that just were nervous.
Yeah.
I miss the compilations of people walking up and being like, there's a lot of people here. Wow.
Well, so if you look at I mean, we didn't talk about it, but Endwalker, the new expansion for Final Fantasy was released, Final Fantasy 14. Not released, but the teaser and the event what happened. And they essentially, it was like half live, half digital. Like you would watch it digitally, but there were people on stage, which I think is pretty cool. without doing online or without doing in-person events, you miss the interactions where Keanu Reeves, comes out and says, "You're breathtaking," right? Like, you miss that. But with that being said, it's hard to argue that these events don't work online better than they did in person.
I think pre-produced is it's so much easier than live.
Yeah. And
But you still don't have those moments like the Keanu Reeves you mentioned where you can really just bang it out of the park.
Yeah, so
right? Like a live event has a lot more potential to hit at home than a pre-produced, but the threshold for it going poorly is much less when it comes to pre-produced. So pre-produced is much safer.
I'm trying to find. It is a lot safer. I'm trying to find the video of the conference that Square Enix did with Final Fantasy XIV, where, let's see if I can just pull it up. I'm basically just want to show you guys kind of what the thing was like, and it was really cool. It was literally like a Twitch chat. So they announced the new expansion. And then here's Yoshi P just walking around the stage. I have it sped up, but he's walking around the stage looking at like Twitch chat and directly interacting. But everybody's watching through like YouTube. So it's digital. But, you have Yoshi P here basically doing what you would do in a live E3. And, they're interacting with each other, talking about the game. I think it's really cool. I think, COVID shaped a lot of things for us. So yeah, that's that. This has been a long show. We need to cut down on the stories, I think, Jacob. You and I.
Yeah.
So basically, we have...
Hey, that's me.
That is you. So we have a hot take that maybe we can save for Thursday of Jacob's take on...
I can't get that in a minute.
On pre-orders. Yeah, on pre-orders. So we'll save that for Thursday. But everybody, we want to thank you all so much for coming by the stream. Really do appreciate y'all being here. You guys are litty, as the kids say. Kappa. Litty. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Chat was awesome today. We had a lot of good stuff. If you guys haven't done it yet, check out Call of Duty League, like I said. That is starting this Thursday. And then check out the new Zombies map, as well as Valheim. I can't wait to dive into that. Any closing thoughts, Jacob?
Yeah, be sure to check out, even more so, one of the most amazing gaming chairs, Zip Chair. Wow. And the wonderful candy Mike and Ike.
Coffee
Maybe
flavored
one day
Mike and
we'll
Ike.
get a coffee flavor.
What did you just do? His microphone.
So for those of you unaware, I'm still on the gun mic right now, but I use a GameCube controller to prop it up so that I can it's like this for me, and the counterbalance is an Xbox controller. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Get a microphone arm stand, you.
What? I'll order one. It's coming.
You told me.
Just like
you lied to me.
Just like
then.
the HDMI converter, guys.
This is enough.
I'm
You're
getting an
canceled.
upgrade
You're
soon.
canceled, Jacob.
When my basement's done,
We'll see everybody tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining the show. 11 a.m. Loading screen Thursday. Nerd Street Gamers on Twitch.tv and YouTube and Facebook. Goodbye, everybody. So long. Bye.
See you guys on Thursday.
No, Siri.
Double, it'll be really cool because eventually they'll see me in like 1080p, Alex, and I won't be all blurry, and then I'll have a mic that's not falling and stuff. It's gonna be epic.